Hey everyone, so I haven't actually made a video in a very long time, so this is very exciting. The ones I posted recently, the pick of cards, were actually filmed a long time ago. So, but now I'm back and I'm feeling better, and we're going to do what's going on for you for the rest of 2021. So this is going to be October, November, December. So let's see what energies are coming in for you. I'm really excited to do this reading since it has been a while for me. But before we get started, I want to give you a little life update as to what's been going on with me. If you want to skip it, no worries. There's timestamps below when the pick a card begins and when you can select from your pile. But I do want to talk about what's been going on with me because I haven't been filming much, and some of you do care. Not all of you, but some of you care. And it's been a really wild ride. I've grown so much spiritually, but it's been hard. Life's been hard. Maybe you guys can relate. Maybe some of you have been going through some stuff as well. I was really excited to move into my new place, which I'm at right now, and I love my new place. I love the city I'm at in Michigan. I love my new job. I've been bartending part-time. Things have been going really well. However, as soon as I moved into my place, like the first month was great. I reintroduced meat into my diet. I was feeling really grounded, a lot better in my body. But then things got heavy. I started getting really depressed, and it was really hard and really confusing because I thought, this doesn't make sense. Like, I'm really excited about my life. I'm, being social again. I'm going out. Why am I feeling so heavy and depressed? I mean, there were days where I couldn't even get out of bed. And I had no motivation. So after a while, I started to realize intuitively, I was starting to connect a lot with myself through meditation, and I realized that I started drinking a lot more caffeine when I moved here. And I've had caffeine almost every day for the past like 15, 20 years. And I always loved it, but I realized it was really affecting me negatively. It was making me really irritated, really agitated, and angry, and unmotivated, and depressed. So I realized I needed to cut it out, but when you go through caffeine withdrawals, that takes time too because things get worse. So I've just been going through it. I realized caffeine was really holding me back, so it's been a month now of no caffeine, and it really is helping me. I'm feeling so much better mentally. My energy levels are starting to come back, and I'm starting to feel just so much calmer, so much calmer. When I was drinking caffeine, it made me feel so angry and irritated, and I knew that wasn't me, and it didn't make sense. It didn't fit in with what was going on in my life, and it was super frustrating. So I'm glad I figured out what was really bothering me. I've also decided to stop drinking alcohol for now, and stop smoking weed, and just I don't want to do anything that's going to give me a temporary high, because what goes up must come down, and I just really want to get to like what my baseline is as a human without any kind of like stimulants or like artificial drug use or anything like that, because caffeine is a drug. Alcohol, basically the drug. I mean, we know it's bad for us, right? Weed is a drug. All of these things, I realized that I've always been stimulated on something, Since I was young, there was caffeine, and there was sugar, and then it was alcohol when I got into my teens, and there's always just been something, and I really want to know who I am without any of that. So I'm kind of in this journey right now of giving up all of my vices. Kind of scary, not gonna lie, but I'm excited. I really think it's going to help improve my sleep. My sleep hasn't been good for a long time. I wake up a lot in the night, and I really want to just feel good in my own energy and meet who I am underneath all of that. Because even if you stop drinking for a week, or you give up caffeine for a couple weeks, it really takes a lot longer. I'm learning to get all of that out of your system and for your body to come back to a normal, I don't know how to describe it, a normal balance of hormones, of your chemical responses to regulate. It takes a long time, especially if you've been drinking caffeine for a long time, or smoking weed, or drinking alcohol. It just takes a long time for your body to normalize, basically. So I'm on that journey right now, and it's good, but it's been challenging, and I'm learning a lot about myself. And when you take out stimulants, or anything that alters your mood, you start to have to face all of these emotions that come up. So the first couple of weeks I gave up caffeine, I was crying like every other day. I was just releasing so much energy and so many emotions and feeling kind of crazy, but also really good because I was feeling a lot calmer and a lot more stable in my own energy. So that's about it for my life update. I don't want to give out too much because I want to get into this pick a card, but I wanted to let you guys know what's been going on with me. It's really good. I've been growing a lot. I've been getting a lot of downloads, but I've just been needing to take time for myself during this time of healing and change. Big changes for me. So I probably will make a video about my giving up all these vices in more detail, about especially the caffeine. This was huge for me. I didn't realize how badly it was affecting me, and I want to do a whole video about giving it up, but I feel like I'm still recovering from it. Even though it's been 30 days, I feel like I'm still trying to regulate everything in my body, and I think it's only going to help expedite the process, giving up weed and alcohol as well. Even though I wasn't doing too much of those, I really think it's going to help. So anyways, here are your cards. Go ahead, take your time, choose with your intuition. All the timestamps are below. I'll see you at your reading. Okay, hi group number 1. So your card that you have is home, number 27. I love this energy for you because I'm feeling like for this group, for the last 3 months of 2021, you're going to be feeling at home in your own body. You're going to be feeling at more peace. You're going to be seeing things in a whole new light. And for some of you, you could actually be moving homes. But I think a lot of you are just going to feel like you're in your own energy. Right now, you might feel a little scattered. Maybe you've made a change recently, or maybe you've moved homes recently, or you're in the process of moving for some of you. But I feel like a lot of you, it's more of an energetic thing. It's more of a mental thing. You're trying to find peace within your head space. Like calmness in your headspace is what I'm hearing. It makes sense because we have the amethyst here, which is all about the crown chakra. So I feel like your focus for the next 3 months, the rest of 2021, is going to be focusing on calming the mind, feeling more at peace in your body, in your head, and feeling more comfortable with your head. Maybe you've tried to escape with different vices or different things, or maybe you've tried to suppress some of the things because it's too overwhelming, but I feel like you're going to be able to organize your thoughts better and also be able to put thoughts to the side. Like if something's overwhelming you, you're going to have like a better system of, I guess like organizing is the best way I could see, kind of cleaning up the clutter of your mind almost, like cleaning, and this might even reflect in your space as well, like you might start deep cleaning your house, because a lot of the times when we start to feel different in our energetic body, it starts to reflect out into our physical world. So I see changes in the home. Maybe you'll bring in more plants to your home, or different artwork, different pieces, something, or painting, changing your home. But there's just going to be a lot of improvements. You're going to be feeling a lot safer and a lot more comfortable. And I feel like it's going to be in a process within the next 3 months. But by like December, or maybe as soon as November, you're going to start feeling this. You're going to really start feeling this and start integrating it, because it is a process, right? When we're trying to calm our mind or do anything in life, it doesn't usually just happen like that. It's something we have to integrate. So let's see what else is coming. So we also have the Path. We have the Chariot, 3 of Wands, Judgment, 5 of Wands, 10 of Swords, the High Priestess, and Goddess of the Moon. So I like this. I feel like this change in energy for you, I mean, it's going to lead you down a whole new path. You're really stepping into a whole new reality. There's something you used to run away from, within yourself that you're embracing. You're like, okay, running away isn't working, distracting myself isn't working, these habits that I have right now, they're not getting me where I want to be in life. And you're really making a big, bold change. You're taking things into your own hands. You're realizing, I feel like this group, you're very intuitive, and I feel like you're connected to the spirit realm, you're connected to your guides, but you're realizing that, like, you give too much power away to them, to that energy. And you're realizing, I need to do this, not on your own, because it's not on your own, but you're realizing that you have the power to change it. You have the power to make things happen, and you're relying more on your inner strength and your higher self to accomplish things than you did in the past. Because in the past, you didn't completely believe in yourself. You believed more in the spirits and the energies around you or people outside of you. And now you're really understanding how to make things happen. You're seeing the path now. You're going to start seeing the path. In these next 3 months, you're going to start to understand energy on a whole new level when it comes to attracting material abundance. And it's going to be much clearer because things haven't been clear. Things have been kind of mucky. Things have been kind of all over the place. But you're going to understand what direction to take with this path card. And it's right next to the Chariot. And I love this energy for you because the Chariot is about movement, going forward, going after what we want. And I see you having this new, like, exciting sense of motivation and encouragement and really believing in yourself and knowing what direction to go in and just having this, like, I don't know how to describe it. You're just, like, focused is what I see. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Focused. And the Three of Wands is all about the future. And I love this depiction here with this man, and he's just, like, holding this ball of fire, and it's a yin-yang kind of symbol with the water and the fire energy. And he's just mastering balance, mastering his emotions with his creative energy, and making a plan for the future. And that's what I see you doing, is understanding what kind of plan to make, maybe making a plan before used to kind of overwhelm you, or you used to kind of be all over in your head, like maybe I should do this or that or this or that, and you kind of got pulled all over the place and it just would be too much, so you just wouldn't do anything. Or something like that, or you just put too much on your plate and then you get overwhelmed. And I really feel like this is coming to an end for you, Group 1. Like, this is coming to an end. You're coming into more stability, more focus, more organized thoughts. I feel like you're going to be meditating more, or maybe you have been, but that's really going to play a big role in this and really help you. But I do like this. And then we have the Judgment card on the far left. And this Judgment's all about, when I see these people just standing there naked, it's really about, like, vulnerability to me. It's like, this is who I am. Hello, world. They're just outside, naked, doing their thing. Kind of weird, right? It's family. But I feel like this whole new side of you is emerging from this energy. It's going to help you to be more confident when it comes to your vulnerability. Be more confident in who you are, in your gifts, in your purpose, in your talents. And I feel as though you're going to start seeing that in others as well. And I'm also hearing new friendships coming in too. So I really feel like this new energy is going to bring in a whole new group of people, your soul tribe, or just like a new friendship, new connection. Something like that's going to manifest before the end of the year. And it's going to be really helpful for you. Really helpful, and I feel like this person's really going to encourage you. Yeah, and I love how we have also at the bottom, we have the High Priestess and Goddess of the Moon, because these are both super intuitive energies. So you're definitely going to be connecting to spirit and your spirit guides on a whole new level. I feel like you're going to be using them in more balance. You're going to be, not using them, but connecting with them when it's necessary, but you're not going to feel like you need them all the time. Or you're going to be like, oh, I know they're already here. I don't need to, like, reach out, or I don't need to do all of these things, or, ask a million questions. You're kind of just in the space in the rest of 2021 of trusting that they're there and they're providing. And you're going to feel their energy more, and you're going to have more faith in it. if that makes sense. It's just like more trust and more faith, and I love this, and I feel like this is going to be building over the next few months. But yeah, I just love this High Priestess here, because whenever we see the depiction, it's like she's standing there in a lot of confidence and a lot of stillness. Confidence and stillness, right? Sometimes we think a confident person is somebody that's like really outgoing and really talkative and, you know, really extroverted. But you're going to portray this very confident demeanor of being still and calm and relaxed, but just so content with who you are and comfortable in your skin. You're going to be feeling very comfortable in your skin. Yeah, and then we have the Five of Wands next to the Ten of Swords. And I love this Ten of Swords because I love how it shows the eclipse in the background. And this is supposed to be the same person. So this man is looking down at himself. It's the old version of himself who's died away, right? Because the Ten of Swords represents death. It represents the ending of the old you to bring in the new you. So these old habits that you've had, these old vices or whatever has been holding you back, you're putting an end to it by the end of 2021. So if you're dealing with any kind of like addiction, or some of you it's an addiction, it could be like, you know, some of the stuff I talked about earlier, if you watched my like life update, it could be like caffeine or alcohol or weed or, you know, sugar or something like that. But for some of you, it could be putting an end to the just like overthinking and the racing thoughts and the kind of beating yourself up and stuff like that. Because right next to it we have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands represents chaos. It represents anger. It represents bickering and fighting. It can be with other people, it can be within yourself, but you're putting an end to this. It's this energy of fighting? No, that's not the right word. I can feel it. Sometimes it's hard to describe what I'm feeling. It's like conflict, inner conflict. Yeah, kind of all over the place, like I talked about earlier, when your mind's kind of like, I should do this, no, I should do that, or if you know, if you don't do enough in a day, maybe you beat yourself up, like, oh, I should have been more productive, or I should have cleaned this, or I should reach out to people more, or whatever you're battling with yourself. I just see that coming to an end, like this internal conflict. And a lot of times when we have internal conflict, it reflects out into our relationships, and it creates conflict within relationships. So for some of you, it could be both. It could be the internal and the external. But any kind of conflict you're dealing with right now is coming to an end. You're in the process of that old version of you is dying away to bring in this new version, which we have as the High Priestess, the goddess of the moon. This really just sure of your gifts, in your stillness, in your confidence, and loving yourself. And also understanding your knowledge and having complete confidence in the way you talk and what you talk about. And not in like a cocky way. It's in a very like peaceful, confident way. And I love this. Let's see if I'm picking up anything else. Yeah, I just think that, you know, things have been maybe unclear for you recently, and I want you to know there's clarity coming in perfect time. Your energy is in a process of shifting right now. You're doing a lot of growth. There's a lot of growth happening, and you probably know that. You're like, yeah, when's it going to end? We're always growing, but there's going to be a lot more clarity and excitement ahead with it is with your career. I definitely feel that, but it's almost everything. I feel like everything's shifting for you, in your home, in your career, relationships, right? Because we have new friendships coming in, and just your overall relationship with yourself and the confidence you have in yourself. So with all of that, there can be a lot of discomfort, because when we change who we are in so many different ways and so many different levels, there is some discomfort. So hang in there. Know that things are going to be clear, and you're going to get the information you need in the right time. So I hope this helped you on your path. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, I'm sending you my love. All right, group number 2. So your oracle card is encouragement. This is such a beautiful, beautiful message. So a lot of really nurturing energy coming through. You could also look into the giraffe spirit animal message if you feel called. I'm not going to get into that, but you could always look into that because I feel like you're embracing this spirit animal energy. But I feel like for you, group number 2, in the next 3 months, the rest of 2021, you're going to be getting more encouragement or support from people around you. I feel like you've really been working on supporting yourself. You've been working on lifting yourself up, being your own cheerleader, being your own best friend. You've really been putting in that self-love, and I feel as though it's really going to come back to you now. Like, sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes we really have to get in the habit of nurturing ourselves, and I feel now that it's really going to be reciprocated to you in a lot of ways. So I'm excited for this. This is this really beautiful energy, and I feel like when it comes in, you're almost going to not know how to receive it because it's going to be a little unfamiliar. It's almost as though you're going to be like, if somebody encourages you and comes in and or says something nice to you, you're going to want to say something nice back to them right away, or you're going to feel like you owe something to them, and Spirit's just saying, like, just receive the compliment. Like, just take the compliment. You've done a lot for other people. Now it's your time to just receive. I mean, if you really feel called to say something nice to the person back, go ahead, but don't feel obligated. Don't feel like because someone did something nice for you or said something nice that you have to do something right away. Spirit say no, just receive it, say thank you. That's all you need to do. Get in that energy of just knowing that you're deserving of it. Because what happens if somebody pays you a compliment and you feel like you have to pay them a compliment right back, it's almost like you don't feel like you deserved it until you reciprocate that energy. And that way, and if you do that, then you're kind of telling the universe that you don't deserve it. So just be aware of that, and just be thankful when this energy comes in, and get excited. I also feel like some nurturing connections are going to come in as well, but I do want to pull more cards, so let's see what else is coming. Okay, so we have following the path of another. Your path is being redirected to where it should be. Hostilities, the path, 7 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, and then we have the Knight, or I'm sorry, it's the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is interesting, because along with these new encouraging connections, there's also a change in your path, in your something to do with your work, which is interesting because that's what I got for pile 1 too. Pile 1 also got the path card, but you're definitely being redirected into some new energy. Maybe you've been following the path of one way you thought you wanted to live, like career-wise or spiritual-wise, or you've been following one way and it served you for a purpose, it served you for an amount of time, but now you're wanting to switch things up, you're wanting to take a new leap in a new direction, and it's going to be a lot more fulfilling, is what I'm hearing. It's going to be a lot different, but it's going to be a lot more fulfilling. But there's still a lot of fear coming through with this hostilities card. It did come actually through the reverse, but I put it upright because I wanted you to see it, because I feel like this energy is ending for you, but I feel like it might get amplified when you have to make these changes, or when you feel uncomfortable. There might be some like hostility towards yourself, like, oh, why didn't I do this sooner, or am I sure I'm good enough for this, or there might be some of these old fears, old energies kind of coming through to be released through this transition. So just be aware of that. I'm not trying to scare you or anything. It's just this energy of fighting this change. That's what I feel. I feel like maybe you're in the process of fighting it. You're trying to be realistic, but you have this curious mind right now. You really opened your mind this past year. Your mind's very curious, is what I feel like with the 7 of Cups here. You're wondering about life. You're looking at things from a new perspective. You're understanding your intuitive gifts. You're understanding what you like to do, and I feel like you want to help people, or work with people, or do something with people. People or animals. For some of you, it could be animals. But I feel like you have this really nurturing spirit, and you realize that you're not completely utilizing all the gifts that you have when it comes to your work, when it comes to what you do. or you want to take it in some sort of new direction. Maybe you're just kind of bored with what you're doing and you're like, okay, it's time for a change. But I do feel like there is going to be a huge change in your path the next 3 months. And it could be that you stay in the same job and you get a promotion, but I feel like for a lot of you it's either like starting your own business, starting your own YouTube channel or something like that. Because the Nine of Pentacles here, this talks about independent energy and making your own money and starting your own company or business or something like that. So I feel like a lot of you are starting something, or maybe you're going to start selling something online or sharing information on a YouTube channel or Instagram or something like that on social media. But there is some sort of change happening. I keep saying change, sorry. I like repeating myself a lot. But yeah, again, we have this Four of Cups, and see how she's sitting there with these wine glasses in front of her, and there's this skeleton behind her offering the fourth glass, and she's resisting it. There's new energy coming in, and she's like, I don't know. There's a lot of fighting. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting going on. And Spirit's saying it's time to let go. It's time to surrender. It's time to trust. And it's not always going to feel like this, this energy. You're feeling it more amplified. This was energy already within you that's being amplified to be released. So in this process of change, you're releasing a lot of old beliefs, a lot of negative feelings towards yourself, a lot of feelings of just not having faith in yourself. You're letting go of that. Maybe some of you too, I'm hearing, are afraid to start on something new because it feels like you're going backwards. You're afraid to start something new or change your path because then you feel like you have to start from square one and you have to learn things. And if you feel like maybe it's too late in life, or you're too old now, or you can't do it now, or you should have done it a while ago, and that's just a belief. It's not true. This isn't gonna push you back in life. Sometimes people make changes in their lives, and I think ideally we want to pick a career and then stick with it, or have a business and then have it succeed and that be it. But man, that's boring, right? Like, no, it's good to change things up sometimes. It is good. It's exciting, and it's rejuvenating, and this is going to bring out a whole new element of your energy is what I'm hearing. So be open to this, and I just feel like there's a lot of scaredness in this group. There's a lot of a lot of fear, or maybe it's not there yet, but it's going to come when this new idea or new energy presents itself. There's going to be some fear, there's going to be some fighting, there's going to be some old beliefs that are going to be crumbling down, kind of like the tower moment. But it's also going to be really exciting. So if you've been trying to decide to start something new or go after a new energy or whatever it may be, this is your sign that yes, this is good. This is a good thing. This is going to benefit you. This is going to benefit you in your growth. And you are going to make money off of this because we have the Nine of Pentacles here. But I feel like maybe some of you have to let go of an old job. Some of you have to quit a job or reduce your hours or move away from a toxic workplace or something like that. Some of you have to make that decision. And of course, do it in your own time. But I feel like whatever this new endeavor is you are going to make money off of it. And for some of you, you could be thinking of a few different things to do, and I feel as though it's going to become known what to put your focus on soon. It's going to feel right. It's going to intuitively feel right. Some of you might be dreaming about it as well. And I feel like it's perfect because in the beginning I was talking about these new supportive connections coming in, and I feel like they're really going to help you through this transition and through this time. Yeah, and you're ready for this. You're ready for this. You're completely ready. You have all the tools that you need, and you are very protected and divinely guided through this. So I hope this made sense. I feel like this reading was a little all over the place, but it also was kind of specific. So let me know if this resonated for you. Comment down below. and get excited. Get excited, because this is really good. This is really powerful, and it's going to bring you a lot of happiness, I promise. So I'm sending love to you always. All right, group number 3. I love the colors in this card, how it matches your stone. Because we have, I think this is fluorite. Yeah, this is the fluorite stone. You have Dragon's Lair, which I had to look this card up because I was like, what does this mean? This is a newer deck that I have, so I'm just going to read from my book because I feel like it's meant to be. Okay, so it says, you are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating. Like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. So this is exciting. I feel like this message was like, it was kind of scary, but it's exciting. There's like this nervous excitement about a new something that's coming into your life in the next 3 months. So this is either a relationship or a new job. Could be a new spiritual gift. Maybe you're moving to a new place. There's some big change coming in for this group. I feel like it's something that you've been manifesting. This is something that you've been manifesting, but when it comes in, it's going to be really good, but it's also going to be overwhelming. Because it's going to be so good, you're not going to want to lose it. So you're going to hang on to it really tightly or be overthinking in your head space about it. Yeah, it's like it's going to be so good that it's scary. And it scares you. That's interesting. That's what I feel like for this group. Alright. Well, let's see. Weird. Okay, I'm going to pull more cards. Let's get more energies for you. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Ten of Wands, Death and Rebirth in reverse. Page of Pentacles, Growth, Fox Spirit, Think on Your Feet, and High Priestess of Water. Okay, so for the first 2 cards that came through, I was hearing that there's going to be people leaving your life. There's a lot of changes you're making. There's a lot of you're stepping into a lot of new energies. You're manifesting things. You've cleared a lot. You're ready for new stuff. And I don't feel like this is like close people that are leaving your life. It's not to scare you. I feel like maybe there's just people in your workplace, or could be roommates or coincidences or whatever it is that aren't a vibrational match for you anymore. And I feel like these people are either toxic or maybe they're dramatic. There's a lot of drama or yeah, anything like that. But I feel like there's just people being cleared out of your space. And I feel like this is a really positive thing. This isn't somebody, I don't feel like this is like a person you're really close with. For some of you it might be, but I feel like for a lot of you this is just people in your energetic field that aren't resonating with you anymore, that aren't meeting your vibration. I feel like you've outgrown them. You're moving away from a lot of different people. And we have the Ten of Wands here, which is about movement forward, moving away. And it's also about caring too much. Ten of Wands can represent kind of holding on to things or having too many burdens. And I feel like these people that were or are in your life right now, their energy is a little bit heavier. And I feel like you're an empath and you take on people's energy, and I feel like this clearing is going to help. It's going to help you in a lot of ways. It's going to help you feel lighter. It's going to help you feel better. And I think it's going to make room for a lot of new amazing connections to come in. So for some of you, it could be changing jobs or leaving an old job or something like that. Or some of you could be moving, which I got that for pile 1 too. And then we have the Death and Rebirth card. And what I'm hearing for this is you've gone through a really intense transformation recently, and things have been really hard, and I feel like that was the worst of it. Spirit saying things are going to get a lot better. your manifestations are starting to come in. There's a lot of good things coming in. And what you went through the past 3 months, the past year, whatever it was that was the heaviest. You'll still have some challenges here and there because that's part of life and part of growth, but that was the worst of it. And you're coming out of that. And you really, really transformed yourself on a whole new level. Be proud of that. Be really proud of that. You've grown so much, and I just feel like you're kind of still in transition of leaving behind this old you and coming into this new version of you. But with this Page of Pentacles, I feel like this is the new version of you, right? We have this growth card. It's taken a long time for you to get to where you are, but this Page of Pentacles is a really fresh energy. You can talk about a new opportunity, learning something new, but I feel like when I see this is you're stepping into this new, fresh energy of you, and you're going to be feeling younger and better and healthier. So if you've been dealing with like health struggles or maybe like anxiety or depression, I feel like things are going to get a lot lighter for you in these next 3 months, the rest of 2021. And you're going to have some more energy, and it's like this calm energy though. It's not like this like scattered energy. You're going to have more of this calming energy to be able to focus on your goals and focus on what you want to do and how you want to create your life and things like that. Because yeah, I can tell with this growth card you've been going through a lot. Like, I can't spit it out. You've been going through a lot and it's taken some time, but you're so much more grounded now in your energy and you're so much more connected. And I really feel like you feel that. I do. You've been through a lot recently, so maybe there are moments when you feel a little scattered still, but you've been integrating this energy of feeling grounded and connected to the earth and connected to everybody, and it's just going to get stronger in time. It's getting stronger each and every day. And then we have the Fox Spirit here. So go ahead and look into the Fox Spirit if you'd like, but it says think on your feet. So I feel like along with this new energy in the next 3 months, you're going to not be overthinking things. You're going to be just thinking on your feet. When something comes up, you just go with the flow. You're not trying to overanalyze anything. You're not trying to plan in advance or control things. You're just going more with the flow, and you're trusting more, and you're not in your headspace as much. You're more in an intuitive flow. Because we also have the High Priestess of Water. And when I see this card, I think about being in that fluid energy, that water-like energy of kind of working with your emotions instead of against them, feeling into them and honoring them, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. You know, if you're at a social gathering and you start to feel anxious, you're not going to be like, oh no, I'm ruining it for everybody, I shouldn't have come. Like, those old thoughts you used to have aren't going to be very present anymore, because you're realizing that your body's always working for you in your favor, and you're honoring that more. And you're really getting in tune with that energy. So instead of feeling a little overwhelmed at times, which you might still feel that, you're going to be like, okay, body, I hear you. What's going on? Let's work with this. What do you need right now? I got you. And you're just nurturing yourself a lot more. And you're being way more in the present moment in the next 3 months. I see you just really grounded and really feeling in every moment and understanding the importance of it. So if you've been struggling with thinking too much in the future or in the past, I see that really changing in the next 3 months for you. Ooh, this is good. Let's see what else is coming through. I also feel like your clairaudience, because I feel like this group has clairaudience, because I kept hearing, like hearing. You're going to be hearing things. So basically, for a lot of you already know what this means. You're going to be hearing more messages. But for those of you who don't, clairaudience is all about psychic gift of hearing. So you're going to be receiving messages through your thoughts, through hearing, things like that. They're going to be a lot stronger. And I love this Fox Spirit, right? Because he has his ears up. And I feel like you're going to be really in tune with that, with hearing things and understanding, whether it's a message from your body or your spirit guide or your higher self or an ancestor, or you're picking up a message from a person's body language, right? Maybe they didn't say anything, but you're just really in tune with that. And I think, excuse me, the reason you're so in tune with that is because of your presence, of your grounding, of your being in the now moment. You're not so caught up in your headspace. You're going to be able to get more downloads and more messages and receive more insight to help you. and to help you to help others as well. Because when we're not in the present moment, it's really hard for us to get in tune with spirit and with universal source energy and ourselves, right? So this is really powerful. I'm excited for you. The Dragon's Lair is your theme. I've had this deck for a few months now, or over a few months, but I've never pulled this card before. So it's interesting. You're entering this scary, exciting time of change, and I feel like in the past, if you went through this kind of experience, whatever's going to happen, you would have been really overwhelmed and freaked out. But you're going to realize going through this new energy that's coming in, how much you've grown. It's going to show you how much you've changed, how much you love yourself more, how much you've dedicated to yourself, and it's really going to open your eyes, and it's going to bring in so much immense gratitude for you. So I love this. What a way to end 2021. If this resonated for you, I'd love to hear from you. Comment down below, and I will see you next time.